Well, my parents were very, very much involved when they were younger, and seeing all of their work on film and seeing a lot of the classic shows on Broadway really drew me to the whole entertaining, not necessarily just singing, but also acting. And I wanted to perform. And I did. Once I turned 7 years old, the production came to my hometown for the role of Oliver, and I knew the role perfectly. And so I went in for the audition and booked the role, and that's when I wanted to continue doing it. I think singing, for me, is probably one of my greatest passions. I love to sit there and either write or perform, or get into a studio behind a mic and work on a song. It's one of my favorite things to do. And you have everything from the dynamics and the words that you're singing and making sure that you feel the words when you sing it. It's in a way kind of an art form, and it's really, really fun, and I really enjoy it. In some cases, the singing will affect me personally, especially if the song is about a personal experience. If I, am writing about something that has happened to me in the past, or in the present, or maybe even in the future, then it definitely affects the way I perform. Fortunately, I got to work with a bunch of different people on this record. I got to, work with some of the greatest producers. I worked with Hilary Duff's producer and Kelly Clarkson's producer and Desmond Child, who is a legend in the music industry as a producer. He's produced basically every Britney Spears, Backstreet Boys, and NSYNC hit. I really enjoyed collaborating with a bunch of different people, and I think that was probably the most fun part of the whole process. I think, well, hopefully I gained some more fans knowing that the song was out there and for everyone to listen to. I think probably some people who didn't know that I was a singer, probably who, were only watching the TV show, once they heard the music, I think they kind of got a hold of it and hopefully they were excited about it. Otherwise, I'm out of a job. But I really enjoy, watching the fans' response, and I really take it to heart and definitely have to hear what they have to say, because they're very, very important when it comes to the success of my career. Beautiful Soul basically it's just it's a feel-good song. You just want to put it in and just relax. It's very laid back, very easygoing. It's got a very catchy, fun beat at the same time. And it just basically, the message is basically, I'm tired of, all the, the fake stuff. It's, the beautiful women and the wealth and all that stuff. It's just easy to have someone that you can get along with, talk to, confide in, and who may not necessarily be the most gorgeous girl in the world, but she's still someone that's real. And so I think there's a real sense to the whole song and to the track. The album came out great as far as I'm concerned. I was very, very pleased with it. And, I'm definitely my worst critic. So it's a lot for me to say, actually. I look back on it, and probably there are a couple things that I would have done a little differently in the recording process especially. But I can't complain. I had a great time recording and working with writers and producers, and I can't wait to record a second album. It's going to be a lot of fun. When it was hot off the press, completely printed, pressed, everything was finished, I looked at all the artwork and the CD, and I was like, wow, I have a CD out. And it was very, very cool. And I put it in my car, and I listened to the whole thing once, and I probably haven't listened to it since, but I had to do it at least once. It was very, very cool. I can't believe it. I can't believe how well it's doing. It's such a fast, rate. I never would imagine it doing so well, and the fans' response to it has been great, which is very important. And it blows my mind how fast everything, it blows my mind how fast everything happened. And, especially putting so much time into the record, and then once it came out, everything happened at once. It was so quick. And I think that was the biggest shock of it all. I think the main thing that the listeners have to know when they're hearing Beautiful Soul is that it gets across this message that you don't have to be the most gorgeous girl in Hollywood, to be cool. You know what I mean? That as long as you can sit there and have a conversation with me and talk to me about something or make me laugh about something, or I can, you know, if I can confide in you and talk to you about personal stuff, that's that soul. That's the beautiful soul part that I'm talking about. And you know, it's a very, basically just a laid back song, very easygoing, and it's got a great beat and it's fun to listen to. So I hope everybody's enjoying it. The sound, I would describe the sound as being very, it is a pop record. I think Beautiful Soul is a pop record. And some of the other tracks are definitely have a very rhythmic sound to them, somewhat of an R&B twist to them. And you know, but I think mainly it is a pop record, and especially Beautiful Soul is just a classic pop sound. And it's on pop radio. You're not hearing it on the hard rock stations, I guarantee you. The music video came out absolutely great, just what I expected, more than what I expected. The director, Mark Webb, is phenomenal. He's done the Switchfoot videos, and he's had a lot of experience, and I really liked what he came out with, and I really loved his treatment, what he wrote for the video. Just a very simple setting, easygoing, like the song, you know what I mean? It just perfectly matched the song, and that's what really was important, and it's hard to do. So I was very pleased. I think one of my favorite moments was driving the car through the mountain for like 3 hours with all the guys and the girls in the back. It was just a big group of friends, really, really fun. And then, of course, jumping in the pool half naked with this beautiful woman into the pool full of leaves was excellent. So we had a great time. The whole video was great. Everyone was really easy to work with, really fun. And I can't wait to shoot the next one. It's going to be a blast. It was it was not stressful at all. It was two-day shoot. You know, you know, I'm used to 8-day shoots for an hour episode. You know, it was fun. I had a great time. You know, they were long hours, but you know, I'm working long hours anyway. I'd rather be shooting music videos, quite frankly. It was really a blast. It takes place, basically the music video for Beautiful Soul takes place. It starts in Manhattan, and I'm in an old, like, crappy Wagoneer, Jeep Wagoneer, and I go and pick up my friends in Manhattan, and we go on a big road trip north, in northern New York, and where everything's green and really pretty, and pretty locations, and it's a big road trip, basically in a car with a bunch of friends, and this one girl where you can see there's a lot of tension there, and it progressively gets stronger throughout the video. And at the end, we're on the beach, everyone's on the beach, everyone's kind of just completely tired and wiped out. The car breaks down, and you see the girl and I together, and our hands kind of lock at the end, and everyone else is kind of just looking off in their own little world. It came out really nice. The sun sets right, you know, over the ocean. It's great. She's No You has a very similar concept. It was written once I got to LA from New York, and it's basically saying, you know, no matter what I meet or who I meet out there in Los Angeles, you know, she could be a supermodel on every cover of every magazine. She doesn't compare to what I have with you back home. And it's very, very rhythmic. It's a fast-paced song. It's kind of has like this Craig David sound to it. And you know, the rhythm is what helps you want to listen to each and every single word and catch every word, because it's hard to catch, but you can, because they're very clear and crisp, and the production came out great. And it's a very fun track. It's probably my favorite song on the album. So I can't wait to shoot that music video. That's going to be fun.